Miller in a little group chat on Instagram, and well, we were listing our top 3 fighters in UFC the other day, and I said mine was Bryce Mitchell number 1, Sean number 2, and Connor number 3. Now, Bryce Mitchell. He was on the MMA Hour today, or maybe it wasn't today. It might have been 2 days ago, actually. And he was on there, and Ariel thought he was going to talk about fighting with him. But Bryce switched it up a little bit. And Ariel being from Canada and everything that's going on out there, Bryce had some questions for him. He was asking about everything that was going on. He was explaining to him why guns are so important and everything. And I listened to Ariel, and I think, he takes a chance to take a little jab at Dana by saying that UFC doesn't do some things over there because they don't like it. Earlier in the show, I believe with Mike Perry, I believe he was on that same show, and then they start talking about Canada and everything. And Bryce says that their prime minister or whatever his name is a dictator and all this stuff. And Ariel starts defending everything that they're doing with the truckers and freezing banks and talking about school shootings over here in America. And I was just thinking, wow. Now, I saw Ariel at the Jake Paul fight when he fought Tyron Woodley the first time, I believe, and he was the only one in the crowd wearing a mask. This guy went from being a great UFC reporter, being in the UFC, part of it. Dana hated him, kicked him out. And I always thought, why did he kick him out? Then he went to Sports Center. Sports Center had him, boom, kicked him out. And I'm like, dang, he's gone from there too. He's gone from 2 very reputable places, and now he's on his 3rd one, and he starts letting his character out in this. And I see, this guy is a moron. This guy is an absolute moron that he would defend the dude in Canada. I know some of us don't care. Maybe somebody in the chat is from Canada. But Bryce Mitchell went from being my favorite fighter to possibly my all-time favorite fighter because this dude knows what he's talking about. Not only is he a great fighter, not only is he dropping knowledge on why we have guns and how that keeps government from taking control, and that's what it's to protect us by, and that more good people need guns. Not only was he schooling them at that, not only was he telling them about the vaccine. Sorry to drop that on here. I know we'll probably get a little blocked for that now. Not only was he dropping knowledge on that, telling him how you shouldn't be forced, you should have your freedom, you should be able to do stuff. That's what we fought for in this country, to be able to have our freedom. And for the people in Canada, I feel bad for them. I feel horrible for them. But this man, Ariel, sat there and defended it all, said it wasn't that bad, acting like you need to obey the law and the government knows all and you just need to bow down to him pretty much. And it all hit me. That's why. This dude is not likable. Maybe he gets some good reporting. Maybe he's on the inside and all this stuff. But I'm telling you, he flipped a switch for me today where I'm like, wow, this guy's actually a moron. And I don't think I like him anymore. And I know this ain't really on fighting. It's a little political and it switches up everything. But I just had to let that out. Bryce Mitchell, please go watch it. Please go watch the MMA Hour with Bryce Mitchell on there. He absolutely toasts this man and make him look like an idiot. They touch on so many topics and everything that it's hard to just cover it all in 5 minutes and let y'all know everything he said without getting to the details and breaking it down and everything. But I just want to say that I don't think I like Ariel Helwani anymore. I know Miller loves him because he calls himself the Hispanic Helwani, and I don't know about that. That's all Miller's beliefs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get into all that. He might be a little psycho too. But I just wanted to let that off my chest. I don't know where I stand in time. I don't know if I covered 5 minutes or went over or whatever. I don't care. I just had to let that be known. That's what I wanted to start with. We don't have to get into it anymore. But please go check that out. This guy's a moron. I can see why he got fired from the last 2 places he was at.
I cannot make this up, Trey. But you actually finished at with 8 or 7 seconds left on the clock. So I'm doing a little hand clap thing for you in the background that you probably can't hear. So you'll hear when you watch it back. All right. So with the whole Hispanic Helwani thing, it's just a name that people just keep calling me. I have no idea why.
Nobody's called you that. Only you have called yourself that. I can't confirm.
it's one of those things where, and I don't know if we should start like this, Trey, but you know me, I'm the type that doesn't
Sorry, I'm
care.
sorry, I'm
No,
sorry. I
no,
just had to
no,
get it off my chest.
no. There's
I had to
no,
let it out.
there's no problem because I really don't care with a lot of things. Like, guys, I hope we're gonna talk about fighting, but I have some. I wish you could pull up the stream on your own thing, but all right. So on Reddit, I found right, and this is right here. I'm putting it on the screen for you guys. That Bryce Mitchell asked Ariel Hawani if he knows why Hitler took guns away from Jews in Germany, which I think that kind of threw Ariel off guard just a bit, you know, and he is one of those interviews where if you guys don't get it, like haven't gotten a chance to watch it, Trey is right. He talked about a lot of things, like from gun control to taking the jab in Canada to an interesting point that he made was that 90% of the truckers over there are, you know, they do have the jab, but it's more about a freedom issue. We're going to talk about fighting, of course, but I'm not mad at the whole Bryce Mitchell situation at all. Is there anything that he said that you don't quite like, Trey? Because I'll give you my opinion on that, but I just figured I'd ask you.
Sure. Bryce or Ariel?
Bryce.
Oh no, there's nothing that he said I didn't like. I don't think. I think he was spot on about everything, and I know a lot of Canadians did too. I saw his Instagram story, and he was posting messages that he got from tons of Canadians and people in Australia and everything.
Wow.
You know, basically what his whole fact went down to his whole point he was making is freedom. You have the freedom to make the choice. You have the freedom to choose. You have the freedom to say no or say yes or say I'm going to do this or that's your choice. That's why we have freedom. That's why America is free, because you can choose what you do.
No,
That was his whole point.
Is there anything that Ariel said that bothered you?
Yeah, I mean he was defending Canada when they, and he's talking about it all ends in March, where they just made the thing where they can. He's defending. So here's one thing. Bryce said that
Trey's passionate about this. I love it.
What's the prime minister's? What's the prime minister or whatever the heck they call him up there? What's his name?
Trey's mullet is like rising as he's talking about this.
Justin Trudeau, or whatever. I can't even comment right now. I got to get this out. Trudeau.
He's so passionate. He's getting pissed off that I keep interrupting him, and I'm gonna just keep doing it because he wants to say this so much.
All right, you're still doing it though. It's funny, but shut up.
Sorry.
I'll get distracted easy. I'm like ADHD. I'll forget what I'm saying.
Right. So Bobby Green versus Islam Makhachev. No, I'm just kidding. Look at Trey's face. I'm just messing. All right. Yes. Talk to me. I'm sorry. Trudeau, the Canada's prime minister, right?
I know you're gonna do it again.
I promise you I'm not. I know
you're going to. You're gonna wait a little extra longer this time, and then you're gonna do it. But
promise
it's okay.
you I'm not. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Thank you for being here.
Mm-hmm. He calls Justin Trudeau, I believe, a dictator.
Yeah.
And Ariel says, no. A dictator is people who kill people, like you were saying with Hitler and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you freeze people, he was saying Trudeau isn't killing people and doing all this stuff. But if you're freezing people's bank accounts where they got their money,
I didn't know it was that bad.
Where they can't spend, where they can't spend anything. You can't live if you don't got money. And if they freeze their accounts and they end up running out of money or having no cash or whatever it is, and they start not being able to eat and doing all that stuff, what would you call that? I would say that's pretty dictatorial to me.
Trey, I usually disagree with you, but I mean, I agree with you 100%. I honestly didn't know about the whole freezing accounts. I would have to look into that more. Did you know about that before Bryce Mitchell brought it up?
About what? The freezing of accounts?
Yes.
Honestly, that just happened. That just happened recently. He announced almost like a state of emergency type of thing, but like a government.
Wow. See, I didn't know about that. Ariel did seem a bit, even though he says I don't take things personal, and I don't like. It looked
Yeah,
like it
he
was
don't want to
bothering him.
debate. He don't want to debate or anything. He likes to let his guests talk and everything. Then he starts going back at him and defending everything. It's like,
Yeah, it's weird because he'll throw his shot, but then he'll like act like he didn't, and he's all about like you can say what you want, but then he was bothered about certain things that Bryce Mitchell said. Look, I'll try to send you guys the interview through Discord if you guys want to check it out. But it's one of those things. Bryce Mitchell again, and he's on a tear right now. He's gonna fight Edson Barbosa next. I think what he did was pretty clever. He said, "Ariel, I'm gonna interview you, and we're gonna talk about things that I want to talk about." I mean, any last thoughts with the Bryce Mitchell situation? I'm glad he brought it up. It's something different.
man, it's just funny. He says all that at the end, like, "Yo, I just want you to know I don't think any different of you." You know what I'm saying? It's all cool. Like, I think we should be able to have these talks and everything. And then he does his little promos for everything, sharing videos and everything from that episode on his Instagram. And I didn't see Bryce on there.
Ah, interesting. So you're looking into this like the whole Derek Lewis taking a dive kind of
He's a
thing.
herb. He's an absolute moron. And he's kind of a herb now. I get it. I'm on Dana's side, obviously, with this one. This guy's an idiot. Get him out of here.
So Cole says in chat, Trudeau has canceled their insurances and closed down their businesses too. And you can be jailed indefinitely without legal representation. It's criminal. I mean, wait, but why does this happen if you don't take the jab? Is that what they're doing? Like, I don't hear you, Trey. I saw your mouth moving, but
Believe so. I believe that is the case. Yes.
if that is the case, that's actually kind of crazy.
Dictator. That's the definition of a dictator, bro. I mean, like,
I honestly didn't know that. If that's the case, so I'll look into it. Poopy, welcome to the stream. Drew, welcome to the stream. I honestly didn't know that. Any final thoughts with the Bryce Mitchell thing and with the whole Ariel Helwani? You're
my favorite fighter even more. I already knew that he was my guy. He's a freaking dog. He's the nicest dude on the ground in the UFC, and he's a genius too.
You're bothered about Helwani though. Like you're really like,
yeah. That he lost all my respect today.
Really, that's serious, Trey.
Yep.
Wow.
If you're gonna defend that with kids having to do it and everything, and that's affecting families, and you're hurting smaller families and yeah, you're done in my book, buddy.
The last thing I'll say about this, Trey, is that the reason why I find it kind of interesting, Cole, I honestly didn't know that, so thank you for bringing it up. What is kind of contradicting about it is that he says these things defending Canada, but he lives out here now. So if he left Canada, it's for a reason, right?
Yeah. Why are you here? Why are you here then? If it's so great.
Jim Carrey, same thing. He he's Canadian, I believe. Kind of criticizing all this stuff about America, but where does he live? In America, right? It's one of those things where you kind of wonder, like, what are we doing here? You're criticizing all the things, saying Canada's better, but then you're living over here.
I mean, that's all Hollywood though. That's all hypocrisy, right. And just, you know what I'm saying? That's just media and everything. That's just like when all the celebrities said, yeah, if Trump wins, I'm moving out of this country, and none of them left. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they do that.
Okay, now guys, I'm moving on. We could talk about that more towards the end. I wanted to show you guys a screenshot real quick. Is Johnny Walker the hype train that got derailed? There was a post by Fight Tale that says hype trains that got derailed, and they put Johnny Walker versus Corey Anderson. That was the beginning, right? They have Hector Lombard, Sage Northcutt. I remember people were huge on Sage. Uriah Hall when he loses to Gastelum. And then quite other ones. Ben Askren to Jorge Masvidal. Paige Van Zandt losing to Rose Namajunas. And then one more interesting one. The most recent, Giga Chikadze losing to Calvin Kattar when people thought that he was going to win. I wanted to ask you guys about Johnny Walker being viciously KO'd this past weekend. I guess we'll start with Trey. Trey, what are your thoughts? And Torin, welcome to the stream.
Johnny Walker being KO'd?
Yep, Johnny Walker being KO'd. And I mean, this is something that me and you agreed with, that Drew was kind of high on.
And I'm so happy you said that name, because I just want to give Drew Slurping Wheat a special shout out, because that man loves Johnny Walker. And I was preaching the whole time. That dude sucks. He's a bum. We've lost money on him over and over and over again. And I believe Miller wrote in the chat, he said, I kind of want to throw money on something tonight. I don't know what to do. And I believe, if I remember correctly, Andrew writing in that chat
Mm.
If you want to make money, bet Johnny Walker tonight.
Did he say that actually?
I believe he said
Interesting.
that. I believe he said that. And I'm telling you right now, what a freaking idiot. That dude looked like a dummy. They made memes about that guy. It was everywhere. It was everywhere.
Oh
He
my
was in the
god.
pool with his hands up. He was in a crowd doing the wave with his hands up. It was bad. And I knew it all along. And I especially knew it when I saw him walking out, doing his corny little dance move, taking off his shirt, doing a little lame little, I don't even know what you would call it, a little twerk. Little pretty boy twerk. This guy's a herb. I mean, get him out the UFC. You know what? Johnny Walker is going to be a champion one day.
Here it is. Uh-huh.
And that's going to be in the PFC, I believe it's called.
The PFL?
PFL, yeah. The PFL.
So, okay, let me bring
Wiz
this up.
will love him. Wiz will love him down there. He'll do great. But get that bum out of the UFC.
You know, at one point they were saying that this is a guy to bring John Jones down. Did you know that?
Woo. Listen, he only has hands. I'm not gonna lie. He can knock somebody out. He's got the worst ground game in UFC history, though. I will say that. He has the worst ground game in UFC history.
When you back up from the mic too much, you cut out. Besides that, you sound great. Just figured I'd tell you that real quick. Yeah, they said that he was like the one to stop John Jones at one point. Then Corey Anderson beats him, and things kind of died down. Now he's 1-4 in his last 5. I wanted to ask you, Trey, do you think it has something to do with his coaches, with Kavanaugh, or is he just not the guy?
Now listen, you posted a little bit of that video in your reel that you did, or I don't know what it's called on YouTube. A short, yeah. In your short that you did, you posted it. You posted a little clip of him, which was a longer clip that he posted, saying he's all good, his face is all fine, all that stuff, right?
Yep.
And I'm watching the video, and I see his coach in the back. He's got a bottle. He's drinking. And I said, that's what he did. That's what he did.
Right. Yeah, I remember. Yep. Yeah, I could see it in my head right now. Yep.
And I looked at this guy back there, holding up a bottle, smiling, with his girl around Johnny Walker's arm.
Think some weird stuff is going on over there?
Thinking to myself, no pun intended for beta. This beta little twerp, he sucks. He's back there after an embarrassing knockout with this girl around the fighter looking like she's about to cry, like she just lost her man, like she's got to treat him well tonight to make him feel better. And he's back there. Bro, get out of here.
It's one of those things where
that's why he got knocked out like that.
He was winning the fight too. Like, he started off pretty decent, gets caught and just gets melted. I mean, I don't know. Torrance says Johnny Walker would have lost to Bones Jones. He was never the guy to actually beat him. I don't know why. Trey, I'm playing the horn right now because alert. Andrew Wheat says, this is breaking. He says, as much as I hate to say it, Miller, he's just not that guy. And I just want to quickly say, me and Trey would hate to say I told you so, Drew. But we told you so. He's just not that guy. I mean, in my opinion, right? Like, he's just not. I don't know. Like, do you think he could bounce back from here, Trey? Do you think?
Yeah, he could bounce back straight to the PFL, and he'll be a great champion. Wiz Khalifa will love him down there in his league. He would love that.
All right, sharing my screen real quick, guys, and here you have it. The quote by Jamahal Hill. He says, "Stop doubting, start believing. It's real." Jamahal Hill after knocking out Johnny Walker. Trey, is Jamahal Hill the real deal.
Oh yeah, he is. Oh yeah, he is. Oh yeah, he is. Because I'm going to talk about something that nobody noticed. Nobody's talking about. Earlier in that fight, Johnny Bummy Boy Walker threw a kick. He threw a kick, and Jamahal blocked it with his arm. And I don't know if you've seen this, but after the fight, he's celebrating, right? Holds his hand up. He has the biggest contusion, like a softball, on his forearm, where he had got kicked. Like his arm had been broken or tore a muscle or whatever it is. Something happened there. And that just happened to be with the hand that he knocked Johnny out with.
Wow. I mean, and that have you ever seen anything like that? The way he reacted to that punch. He was out before he hit the ground, but it was almost as if he was out. Yeah. It was almost as if he was out instantly.
That boy Frankie Edgared him.
Yeah. The face is similar and everything. It was bad.
Boys was twins. They look like brothers. Honestly, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can pull up the picture. It kind of looked like you.
Okay, let's just pump the brakes a little bit before I have to bring in the Joe Dirt picks.
It kind of looked like you, Miller.
I look nothing like those guys.
It kind of looked like you when his face was up against the fence, all smothered. And I thought, dang. Then a flash hit me, and I said, "Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I would do to Miller if we were in the ring."
Shall I bring it up real quick to see if you're actually right before we move on? Hold on. Oh, and while I look for this, Jamahal Hill, is he the real deal, Trey?
Oh, absolutely. He's a dog. I mean, listen, after he got his arm broke or dislocated his elbow when that happened, he came back and he beat Crute.
That's true.
And everybody thought, yeah, if this guy doesn't win this fight, you know what I'm saying, he might not be it. Like, it's not looking good for him. That's 2 fights in a row, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he came back after a tough loss, getting his arm dislocated.
Yeah, by Paul Craig.
Sitting there, holding his hand in the ring on his knees. To coming back and knocking a dude out. And then coming back and knocking a dude out with a huge contusion and maybe possibly a broken arm or whatever, a tear. And still knocking him out with that hand. This guy is certified.
Is there anyone you would like to see him against that you like right now? I could give you a couple of names that are above him.
Yeah, throw some.
Okay, so right here, guys, real quick. And before we get there, do I look like this guy? I don't know. You guys tell me. I just put it on the screen.
Look exactly like him. Tell me that's not Miller.
No, I mean,
tell me that's not Miller up against the fence right now.
I'm just saying. You guys tell me. But anyways, back to the a couple names above Jamahal Hill right now. He's now ranked number 10. Krylov, Ozdemir, Dominic Reyes is up there. Ankalaev.
Whoa.
Talk to me.
Dominic Reyes would be
like that,
great fight for Jamahal Hill.
That's the name I was about to stop at too. Wow, Dominic Reyes having a close fight with John Jones to then be number 7th right now. Wow, that's tough. Thiago Santos, Anthony Smith is not a bad one either. That's a big test right there. Anthony Smith looked great in his last fight.
That dude is such a cornball, freaking.
You don't like him? I
actually like him. He's so. I like him. Of course you like him. He's a corny dude just like you.
I like him.
Fitting well. Y'all both wear glasses, do little corny things, or both make lame jokes. Like, yeah, you're definitely an Anthony type.
I know. I don't want to talk about your taste, but from what Drew told me, your favorite wrestler was Goldust. Is that true? I'm just. So I don't know if you want to talk about. I don't know if you want to talk about taste. Yeah, see, you know his whole thing and everything. I'm just saying, like, Dominic Reyes. Anthony Smith. I like Anthony Smith, but maybe Jamahal Hill should. Let me ask you this: shall he take it slow, or you think he's like almost ready?
All right. First of all, it was Stone Cold Steve Austin. What?
Me too. Not even joking.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, you're trying to be like me again. You love doing that.
No, I actually love Stone.
No, you love trying to be like me.
I actually have pictures with like a toy. Okay, but anyways.
What? Anyways, honestly, I think he's ready right now. He's kind of booming right now. He's surging right now. We don't want any more boring fights. We figured out, hey, he beats the bums. He beats the Johnny Walkers. Those cornball little lame boys.
You think
he beats
like
them.
like a gatekeeper, like a Derrick Lewis type guy, like right now, or I'm just,
Yo, do y'all see that? Do y'all see what he does?
I'm just.
Yo, no. Shh. Do y'all see what he does? He loves Derrick so much. He thinks about him this often that he takes any shot he can at him.
I'm just throwing it out there.
That's how bad Derrick's in his head. Do y'all understand that? It's that bad for you. Me and Derrick are in your head that bad. You know that he's that nice that you have to talk about him every single time you want to take a jab at somebody. Derrick has to be included. That's real funny.
I was right about Tuivasa beating him when you were high on Derrick Lewis, but that's neither here nor there. And Joe De Jesus and all these other guys, but when you actually watch the fights and know what you're talking about, that's what happens. But anyways, I like the Dominic Reyes choice. I like Anthony Smith for Jamahal Hill. Is he the real deal? I don't know. I still feel like I have to see more right now. That's just personally for me. I like what I saw. He's in a 2-fight win streak. I think he beats Reyes.
I think he beats Thiago. I think he beats.
Rakic might be too much for him right now, though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a whole different level.
For example, Tuivasa fought Derrick Lewis, who was ranked number 3. Right now, Rakic is number 3 in that division, in the light heavyweight division. I don't know if I want to see that right now yet.
No, heck no. He's definitely not ready for him. That dude's an absolute dog. He might end up being the champion. Even though I love Jan. Jan's my dog too. There's just levels once you get up to those guys.
Torin says that doesn't look like me, by the way. So thank you, Torin. Cole says Kavanaugh needs to revamp his coaching.
You're a freaking idiot. You don't know anything. That looks exactly like Miller.
I agree. All right, so we're gonna move on. I'm gonna make sure I put these timestamps, because that was really cool last time. All right, let's move on to a topic I really, really want to talk about. Any last thoughts on Jamahal Hill before I move on, Trey?
He's a dog. He's making his way up. Sweet dreams, baby.
I love the nickname for him. All right, guys, right into it. You see it on the screen. Bobby Green says, I've cut 25 pounds in 3 or 4 days. I want to show people I'm not crazy. I'm effing nuts. Get in there and do this with the highest ranked guy in our effing division. I'm going to walk in there like a gangster and punch Islam Makhachev right in his effing face. I guess I'll share my thoughts first this time. Bobby Green in that last performance against Nasrat was just absolutely sensational. A clinic.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get right into it. That shows nothing of what will happen against Islam Makhachev. It's a totally different style. Islam, you got to be worried about the takedown threats. If he gets deep on your legs and takes you down, it's going to be a long night for him. I don't know. And then him blowing up where he has to cut 25 pounds. I know he says that as kind of like a badge of honor, of pride. I don't like that. I don't like that you have to cut 25 pounds when you just fought. You literally just fought. And at the end of the day, that takes a toll on your body. That's just me personally on my view of Bobby Green. Now, does he have a chance in his fight? You saw my short that I made not too long ago that has like 2,000 views. We're getting a lot of views in these shorts, so keep watching them. But Michael Bisping believes he has a chance if it stays striking. But the possibility
Michael Bisping calls fights sometimes. I wouldn't trust his word too much.
I wasn't too happy, Trey. I wasn't too happy with his last calling, especially because I had Robert Whittaker winning more rounds. And we even disagree with that a little bit as far as the outcome of that fight. But anyways, Bobby Green, Islam Makhachev. Is this one of the worst things that could have happened to Bobby Green or one of the best things by taking this fight, Trey?
Yes.
Wow, that was a good transition by me, by the way. Wow, we're we're growing just a bit, improving. But anyways, I'm sorry, Trey. I just set you up beautifully. I need you to throw this
This
down.
guy's serious, and then you
Uh,
just ruined the whole thing by
I,
blowing smoke up your own butt. What are you doing here?
I need you to, I
Did
threw
you
you in that.
clap for yourself
I,
too? Did you clap for yourself too? Be honest.
no, but I did now. It's a delayed clap. I kind of threw it up there for you, Harden to Embiid kind of thing, because Harden is in Philadelphia now. But anyways,
Yeah, suck. It's all about the Mavs, baby.
with Green, is this the best thing that could have happened to him, Trey? Mavs suck, or is this like the worst thing for Bobby Green? What do you think?
Philly sucks, and I think that yes, the answer is yes to both of those questions. It's the best thing that could happen to him because
let's see.
he has everything to gain from this. If he wins, which there's a 0% chance that he does, because let's be honest, unless he's getting the first punch straight out the gate with 2 seconds that just ticked off the clock, he's not punching Islam. Islam's going to take him to the ground. I've personally never seen Bobby on the ground. I don't know how he is on the ground or if he can fight. He usually stands up. The dude who commented lowering his arms and all that bullcrap. Okay, buddy. He's doing that because he never fights wrestlers. And he's always fighting dudes that are standing up and banging with him. That's why he keeps his hands low. That makes perfect sense. Thank you, dude. But yes, he has 0 chance against Islam. Drew's a freaking idiot. He thinks he has a chance to get him against him. Yeah, I don't know why he thinks he's going to stand up and bang with him. Islam's not going to do that. He's going to take him down. He's going to punish him. He's going to do exactly what Khabib does. He's like a little shadow of Khabib. And this is going to be bad. But on the flip side,
hit us with it.
This is a great opportunity for him. He has everything to gain from this. If he doesn't win, he's setting up. This is just like Derek Lewis, man. This is just like Derek Lewis, and I'm seeing it live in time. He's setting all these little nuggets out there. He's setting all these little nuggets out there. Well, I just fought. Okay, that's how people's brains.
I see what you're doing.
I'm cutting 25 to 30 pounds. In 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not normal. That shouldn't be good. That shouldn't work.
So just in case I win.
Just in case he loses. I just fought 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah. I had to cut 40 pounds. I was up to 195. I'm up to 195 right now. I'm talking to my guy. He's saying all that bull crap on the MMA hour.
Interesting.
Give me a break. I'm seeing it. Derek taught me, and I'll never miss it again. I'm seeing all these little nuggets. These fighters like to do it a lot because they think we're stupid. We're not stupid. I'm catching them. I'm the investigator. I break this down and give you all this. I'm the source. Nobody's telling this. I'm the source. This is 2 weeks in a row now.
So Trey Trudeau, let me ask you something real quick. Let me just
Heck no. Hispanic Hawani. We know how you are.
Let me present something to you, okay? Sean O'Malley, Chris Moutinho. Moutinho got the brakes beat off of him. His stock rose. As long as Bobby Green survives, does his stock rise? Or does he need to look good in this fight? What's the out for Bobby Green here? How well does he have to perform to gain the people's respect? Or does he just gain it by showing up?
He's going to have to rock Islam. I mean, he's going to gain respect for showing up because it's like,
right.
All these nuggets he left. If he doesn't win, well, he wasn't supposed to win because it's Islam. He's one of the top competitors. I mean, he had to cut 40 pounds. I mean, whatever it is. But I think he has to rock Islam at least for it to be like, oh, like he was in that fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could have went another way, like all this stuff. If he shows up and Islam does exactly what I know he's going to do to him and dominate him and tear him up and take him to the ground and just bully him. I mean, it's just like, all right, well, we knew that was going to happen to Bobby. On to the next one. And Bobby will fade back into the maybe low rankings, maybe not ranked at all.
I got a final question for you, but let me quickly read just a couple messages. Donnell, welcome to the stream. He says, I want Bobby to win, but let's be honest, it's going to end by sub first round. Danny Burns, welcome to the stream, my guy. He says, Green getting the backdoor Green, so he is down. Probably biggest payday he will ever make. Drew says, I don't think he's going to win. I say he has a chance, especially if he can bait him into keeping.
Drew thinks he's going to win. Drew thinks he's going to win 100%. Don't let him say that.
Kling says, wonder who all turned this fight down. That's a great point, Kling. I don't know. That's something to think about. Trey is a truther, says Beta. Atypical says, hey, DC, just checking in, dude. Welcome. Welcome, Typical. 999, welcome to the stream. I think such a quick turnaround for Green already got my respect. And that's one of those things that I was saying, like, he might just have people's respect. Islam stand-up isn't bad, though. That's something people don't talk about, Drew. Is that, all right, so look, for example, Dan Hooker lost to Islam Makhachev, right? But he's still somewhat respected. Like, I don't think he got that much criticism for that loss. Does Bobby Green look better than Dan Hooker in this fight?
Dan Hooker's respected because he's been around longer. And I don't know if he's going to look better. I mean, it's probably going to be the same outcome. Like, it's just, he's not going to win.
Final prediction, Trey Trudeau.
If you call me that again, I'm hanging up early. If you call me that again, I'm hanging up early.
I gotta interrupt. Will Ryder 3000 becoming a member of the DC Fight Club. A member for 3 months. Let's give him a round of applause. Will Ryder 3000. Thank you so much for becoming a DC Fight Club member. 3 months in, man. You are the homie. You can become a member today. Type in _member to find out how to do so. Final prediction, Trey. Sorry I had to interrupt you, even though I don't feel bad. Trey Trudeau, Trainer White, Trabib.
It's not Trey. It's definitely not Trey. I'll take any of those, but Trudeau. Don't call me that Hispanic Hawani.
Trey the Truth. That's a nice one.
Trey the Truth. I think that is a rapper or something.
I think so too, but that's besides the point. Let's act like it's not.
But I'm the real Trey the Truth. Anyways. Islam by TKO on the ground. 3rd round.
If he lasts 3 rounds with Islam, I mean, I would be kind
of... Listen, let's be honest. It's probably it's not a main event, is it?
It is a main event.
It is a main event. So they'll go 5.
It is a main event. This weekend, actually, we'll be covering it here live. And the $2 by Whale says, "What's up? Thank you so much, my guy." Freaking Whale Rider, yeah. On that card too is, if I'm not mistaken, oh no, that's for UFC 272.
By the way, the card is awful.
Right. Bryce Mitchell is on the next one. I was hoping he was on this one, but that will be the following week. Thank you, Will Ryder, for the $2. I truly, bro, becoming a member and the donation. Thank you so much. Okay, Trey, let me quickly say this before we move on to our next point. Okay, when it comes to Islam, I wonder how much success he has striking. Because that's where it's going to start, right? Like, does Bobby Green tag him up a few times before Islam takes him down? Islam has been put down before. Go ahead, Trey.
He better do it. Bobby don't come out the gate that fast. I mean, he usually wears his opponents down, tags him up. He doesn't come out swinging crazy or anything. He's standing there, bops around, and just tags him up. I don't think Islam's going to do that. Why would he stand and bang with him? He know what Bobby can do. Bobby's got hands. Nobody's saying he doesn't got hands. But he's not going to stop Islam's takedown. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen.
There's just no way, you feel like.
There's just no way. There's no way. And that's the only way he can win. I hope everybody understands that. And maybe Islam can still get him on the feet. Maybe.
Can we? That's a good. All right, so let's hypothetically, let's just play Fantasyland right here, right? It's Fantasyland. You don't have a horrible mullet. You actually have a nice hat. Your sunglasses aren't from Kmart. Fantasyland, right?
And you're actually tall, and people actually like you, and you have friends, and you don't sit in your daughter's booster seat when you're screaming, and yeah.
Right, you don't look like you're in Duck Dynasty.
You're athletic. People actually think you're handsome.
You don't look like you're in Duck Dynasty. You're actually good at golf, and not hitting the ball into the water. Things of that nature, right?
Yeah, you don't look like you only go to the gym and do upper body, and you don't have a keyboard to flex like you can play it good, and yeah.
All right, I ran out of my jokes that were top of the
You can actually fight. You know what I'm saying? You can actually ride the roller coasters. You can.
Trey, that's really slick. I see through the glasses. You're like looking at a piece of paper. You've been writing these down. I'm impressed. Anyways, hypothetically, in this fantasy world, right, where anyways, let's say Islam can't take Bobby Green down. Can Islam win this fight just striking? You cut out.
Yes.
So you think he is that good? Okay.
Yes.
Islam
absolutely.
has power.
Can.
Bobby has power as well too.
Let me say this: Bobby is a stand. He gives me like I don't want to disrespect him, but he's like a Max Holloway type. He'll stand there and wear you down.
Right.
He's not going to come for the big shot immediately. Now he's got some thumpers now, but he's not as technical and he can't throw like Bobby can.
Yeah.
That's where the problem is.
Makhachev has been KO'd before, like Danny Burns said, and I forget Danny Green. I'm thinking about the basketball player. Oh, one more thumbs up for 20 thumbs up on the video, guys. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up. I don't think I've said that once. Makhachev has been knocked out before. That was a long time in his career. Another point that someone made, it is at a catchweight, 999 said, but another point someone made is that Islam is great with the grappling and everything, but he's not Khabib. If Bobby Green is able to spring up and get back to his feet, Islam is dominant. I'm just saying. I might want to, go on Drew's side here and might smell a potential upset, a possibility. What is it, like a plus 600 right now?
What? Is it really?
I saw like a post not too long ago, like maybe a few weeks ago or like a week ago that said that it was like a minus 1,000 plus 600 kind of thing. Let's see how they have it. Islam Makhachev, according to FanDuel, but we don't bet on there, right? We bet on my bookie promo code DC Miller. Anyways, Islam Makhachev minus 850, Bobby Green plus 540.
Wait a second.
My man says, wait a second. According to FanDuel, let me get on.
Now, as a better, if you're gonna bet this fight, absolutely bet Bobby Green. But as somebody with IQ, don't bet responsibly and do not lose your money. Just watch the fight and enjoy the fight because it's not gonna happen. It sounds great. And honestly, this is probably one of those things where they got it so the odds so differed that they want you to bet Bobby. But let's be honest, we just listed everything. He's got to drop 40 pounds. He fought 2 or 3 weeks. He fought 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, he said 195. If they're fighting at 165, right? That's 30 at least. Okay.
Kling, depending on the time, I will cover the Josh Taylor fight. I know that's this weekend on the 26th. I'm listening, Trey.
He just fought a few weeks ago. He's a little hype in his head. I think he can do this. He knocked out Ally Quinta, who hasn't fought in 18 years. And then, come on.
He's just not ready for the skill set of Islam. Islam is determined to go towards to get the title. So, last and final thoughts. I guess you said 3rd round TKO victory for Islam.
Islam's got Khabib in his corner, and you don't beat Khabib.
I'm gonna go Islam 4th round finish submission.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it a little further.
I can see a submission. I just see him. Something tells me he's just gonna.
I think it's gonna take a little more than 3 rounds.
Beat him up on the ground.
I think Bobby's gonna last a bit. So I'm gonna go 4th round.
Bobby goes down early, I think. Bobby goes down early.
Says KO's
stays down a lot.
A plus 750. No, if it was that big, that would be crazy. I think Islam is on Khabib level. I'm excited to see his future. Speaking of Islam, if he wins this fight, I guess last question about this topic: does he get the title shot next?
Islam or Bobby?
Islam. If Islam wins for sure. I don't think Bobby will get it, but Islam wins. Does he get it next after the whole Oliveira Gaethje thing? We know Oliveira's winning that, but
I think he has to because everybody else around him has already gotten a shot, right?
Beneil Dariush, Dustin Poirier lost.
That guy. Let's talk about him for a second. That guy's an absolute herb that he would back out. What a cornball! He definitely shouldn't get a shot.
Chandler lost. Beneil, you don't like him. Poirier lost, and Oliveira is gonna get past Gaethje. So yeah, I guess
Here's the problem. He's gonna have to wait a little bit because Gaethje and Oliveira are gonna have to rematch after Gaethje beats him. So
Oliveira finishes him in 3. You heard it here first.
Justin Gaethje,
Yeah,
the dog, the warrior, the Iron Chin.
yeah.
Wow.
He finishes him in 3. You heard it here first.
Somebody has low IQ in fighting.
We'll talk about that soon. I have my reasons why that jab is just tailor made for Gaethje's face. They're gonna find themselves on the ground, and then Oliveira just submissions. Remember, Poirier is a better grappler than Gaethje, and Oliveira was able to do it early. This is a different monster that we see right now.
Wait. Says who?
Says me. As far as grappling, not wrestling. I'm talking once they're on the ground. Once they're on the ground,
I would argue that
Khabib was able to basically say, "Hey,
don't ever use Khabib as an example. Stop! You love doing that. That's the only thing you can do. That's the only thing you can do. Everybody got beat by Khabib.
Pick a submission out of the hat, and that's what I will submit Gaethje with. That's basically what Khabib told us.
He could do that with anybody, Miller.
It didn't against Dustin Poirier. It wasn't that easy. Against Gaethje, it was easy.
Knock-knee noodle leg Francis, he could submit him too. It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
It wasn't that quick against Poirier, is all I'm saying. With Gaethje, it was like, oh, let me finish this in the second round. I don't know. Do I want to get this guy in a crucifix? Do I want to get this guy in a go-go plata?
He came in with an absolute. What do you mean? Oliveira had Dustin Poirier leaning up against the fence like he did, like Conor was leaning up against the fence.
Habib had time to noogie him if he wanted to, give him a wet willy. He went from an arm bar to say, no, I don't want to hurt the guy. Let me hit him in a triangle choke. If Gaethje finds himself on the ground against Oliveira and his plethora of submissions, it's going to be over.
Dustin Poirier is better at selling hot sauce than he is on the ground. You understand that?
The only way Gaethje wins, Trey, is if he lands those outside leg kicks and if he makes Oliveira really feel that pain. Besides that,
you understand the thumpers, the absolute thunderbolts that he has in his hands, that he could rock him at any time. It's not a Dustin Poirier punch.
That reach is
this
just
is a
different.
Gaethje thud.
He's not.
It's
Chandler.
like a brick smacking the side of your head. He's more than Chandler. He's Poirier and Chandler combined into one, and better at both of them still.
Will they give me the picture that I'm looking for? No. You know, I was looking for the tail of the tape to see how different their height and reach is. Because Oliveira is not Chandler. He's not that small. I mean, he sees 3 people in the octagon, but that's besides the point. Charles Oliveira's jab is so improved, Trey. Let me get your final prediction for that fight before we move on. Because
jab's going to be Justin?
No, not just a jab. But that's going to be the start of it. He's going to land it and land it and land it. Gaethje's going to get greedy.
You're talking about an absolute dog. You're talking about an Iron Chin. You're talking about a dude who loves. Give me the war. I want the blood. I want to stand there and bang.
That doesn't last forever. Every chin has an expiration date. He's been hit a lot is all I'm saying. Against Chandler, he lost the first round.
I just checked. Yeah, he's good for another 4 years. He's good for another 4 years. 2026, he's good.
Oliveira built like Tony, and we saw how that went. Well, Oliveira's striking is better than Tony. So this version, plethora.
Was it at the time? I don't know. He was still on the streak.
Tony Ferguson has just been on.
He was still the scary Tony, the one that Khabib didn't want to fight.
Nah, I don't know. He weight cut it twice, which was absolutely dumb. Speaking of Ferguson. It was a different Gaethje. It was a different Gaethje.
He ended Tony's career. He ended it.
He practically did. He
was on like an 18-fight win streak and absolutely destroyed his career.
He practically did.
And he's going to do the same thing to Charles.
They're rumoring, and Torrin Brown alluded to this. They're talking about Ferguson versus Chandler on UFC 274, which would be quite.
That would be nice.
And we're kind of going off schedule, but this is kind of fun. Me and Trey just love talk fighting. Like, you know, It's more of a class where he asked me and I kind of educate him. But like, 999 asked,
Y'all can see Miller always
that,
says embarrassing stuff for himself.
that,
I'm
that,
sure he hates watching these back and seeing. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. Now I got to talk about that in the next one.
I actually enjoy it, and I mute your part. But 999 says thoughts on Prohashka versus Teixeira. How do you feel about that? Any questions, guys? Let us know in chat. By the way, too, Poirier had a good comeback today for Kobe. Oh, it's Kobe's birthday today, by the way. Kling. I wonder what he said. I didn't see it, but yeah, Trey, Jiri, and Glover.
You know, I want you to listen to me very clear.
You probably should put the shades back on. Wow, I forget how much of an ugly individual you are. Wow, yeah, leave him on.
Oh, no. Don't stutter when you talk to me. All right, don't stutter when you talk to me. Get your thoughts together before you speak. You understand me?
I'm sorry. I started stuttering because I was appalled how ugly you are. But
I want y'all to listen to me right now. I want y'all to listen to me clear. I want this to ring in your ears when I say it. If there is one person on this earth that I hate more than Francis Ngannou, bummy boy, noodle leg, cornball, zombie walking, Herman Munster, Francis Ngannou.
I like calling him Ngabib, but anyways, yeah, I'm sorry.
How dare you disrespect Ngabib like that?
And reinvented, new and improved.
It is Jiri. Stick my chin out and smack me around like a little baby boy, Prohovich. I can't stand this man. He sucks.
So you got Glover.
He sucks.
You got Glover?
He's got a couple lucky knockouts. Glover's gonna dog him, and then Jan is gonna come back up and get his rightfully owned championship that he still owns. That's still Jan's championship. It was a fluke win. He had some old man, stupid little dummy strength and won somehow on the ground. He's going to do the same thing to stick my chin out, smack me like a little boy Jiri, and it's over for him.
Is there any way you can pull up my YouTube real quick and just watch this segment real quick? It's really important, Trey. It's really important that you watch this because I'm going to give you one single reason why Jiri wins this fight. I really like Glover. But I'm gonna show you why. Look who he's training with.
Jiri's a freaking bum. Hold on, it's not up yet. I got a little delay. And if this is who I think it is, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so pissed right now. This is who I think it is. If this is if it's a little cornball, little bummy boy who made me hate, I can't stand that little bum. Oh God! Turn it off. I've seen enough. I've seen enough of this little freaking hobbit-looking Lord of the Rings dude. He looks like Miller. He's Miller's height.
All right. Let's
pump the brakes. 5'2.5".
Let's pump the brakes here.
Yeah. And how about this? Yeah, he's been training with the zombie, Korean zombie. He's been training with him. So I guess Alexander the Great is done, huh? Volkanovski's done. That's what you think? Because Henry won one fight, he's 1-1. I hope you know that. He won one and lost one.
I put Trey on the screen. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
He won one and see this too. I see this too, you little jerk. And guess what? He pulls. Joe Dirt pulls. So the joke's on you. Women want me and I'm famous? Is that what you're telling me? I'm Joe Dirt? Women want me and I'm famous? And Trey, I got an incredible mullet? Thank you.
Do you have it on your Instagram? I'm not going to lie real quick because we're just, having a little fun right here, guys.
We're trying to work. You're always trying to work, aren't you?
No. I promise it's not even funny. You actually did great with, I think it was in your story. I don't think you posted it. The basketball game that you were on the screen. I wanted to show everybody that was actually hilarious. Probably the only time. That was on my
story. I don't know how you could watch it. I would have to text it to you, I guess. But
okay, maybe he is a handsome individual. He only owns one hat, right? Or maybe it's a dog that makes him look okay. It's probably the hat.
I look incredible.
It's probably the hat.
There's two dogs in that picture. It's one of them me, baby. Ow.
Oh my God! All right, guys. Before we get out of here, I think we touched on basically everything. Chad Mendes and Mike Perry. How do you feel? Yep.
I wanted to talk about that. I was hoping we were going to still talk about that.
Oh yeah, of course.
And let me bing, bro. Let me bing. That's who we fought.
Let's talk about Chad Mendes, Mike Perry. Chad Mendes alluding that he made more than Khabib in the UFC. How do you feel about this whole BKFC thing? Chad Mendes, Mike Perry, both UFC prior veterans winning in another organization. Where do you see the BKFC a few years down the line? Just had we're going to mail him a hat, Beta, but.
Listen, mail me a hat. I'll take free hats. I love them. But not from Beta. I'm sure you got lice, boy. You got that dirty hair.
Woman want Trey, says Cole. You have some fans here.
They do want me. All the women. My phone's been blowing up the whole time I've been on this podcast because women has been hitting my line the whole time. And I told them I was doing this, and they're still hitting me up. Thirsty. I'm like a water fountain.
I love that movie.
All the women want to taste. You understand? I'm like a water fountain.
Torin, I'm 5'5.5", so I actually am short. So the short jokes apply.
He's 5'2", and he sits in his daughter's high chair to stream.
I'm taller than Henry Cejudo, but that's neither here nor there.
They're the same height, and they look alike.
Well, we're both champions and great wrestlers. So, anyways,
not a champion. I believe you were the first if I'm remembering correctly.
I promise you, I'm not even lying. Your whole mic cut out that whole time, and I guess it was just tired of you just spewing out dumb stuff. So that's great.
I'm sure you did it on purpose. It's all good.
I promise you, I didn't. It's your connection. Chad Mendes, Mike Perry. I'm sorry, we keep getting distracted here. Talk to me.
Now that beautiful stallion, roided up, glistening Chad Mendes with the traps of a freaking Greek god. He looked incredible out there. I absolutely love. Listen, Drew just bought the subscription for the month to Bare Knuckle Fighting.
Interesting.
And I love it. I think it's great. I think it's scary. It makes me nervous. I you know what I'm saying? People are getting cut like crazy in the first round.
Yeah.
They have like 9 cuts on one eye. Like, it's insane. I love it. It's dangerous. I think somebody's going to end up getting killed. I know somebody already died like after a fight, like a month or two after a fight. Yeah. But I think somebody's going to end up dying in the ring. But that is as close as it gets to gladiators. And I love that stuff. No, I'm not for people dying, and you know what I'm saying? I don't want serious injuries and, you know, a Chris Benoit situation, if y'all know who that is. But you know, I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's incredible. And I think Mike Perry should stay there and keep banging. He looked absolutely awful in the MMA hour, like he just got ran over by a tire or something. But yeah, I liked everything he was doing. I thought he looked good out there. That was a great fight. It was entertaining. He got cut up. They were standing there. Mike Perry even mentioned that the body shots hurt way worse than he thought they would. So I guess, you know what I'm saying, that takes a serious effect. I still think there's like a bunch of nobodies in there, so I don't really care a lot yet. So like Mike Perry and Chad Mendes and all those fights are like good for me. I like seeing that. So if they could keep pulling some like, you know, washed up UFC stars, they're 2-0 in their league. So
I was just about to say something smart, but then you actually made a good point, which makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, you don't say anything smart, so I know that you're lying right now.
No, like something smart, like, you know, being kind of like petty towards you, but then you actually made a good point. Because I do my research, I was watching Morning Combat with Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell, and I hate that you kind of made their point in a sense. And I think it was Brian Campbell saying the problem with BKFC as far as like what they need to figure out, which I found quite interesting. It's kind of what you said. Chad Mendes, Mike Perry, they're stars, right? But they were stars already before coming into the BKFC. Unless it's like prior veterans and stars, they don't have anybody that they built up. They don't have any stars that, as far as like that are crossing over to like mainstream media that's coming from the BKFC. So I guess they're not problem, but their number one thing that they have to kind of figure out is find a way to make stars. Because if they do that, I kind of like the bare knuckle aspect. You know, like John L. Sullivan, like bare knuckles has been around for, centuries. And it's something that's appealing. Now, if we could like globalize it in a way that's marketable, that people actually like watching, and imagine like a UFC version of BKFC with rankings and stars and storylines that people are invested in. You said Drew bought a subscription that you're probably gonna borrow. Yeah, like
Definitely gonna borrow.
like I heard you have his Netflix account and everything, and you wouldn't even buy him a Gatorade. But do you see?
You know what's crazy? I bought him 2 Gatorades today.
That's actually nice of you. What colors? That's what
So
really.
yeah, I wouldn't buy him 1. I would buy him 2 because I got that much money. I got money to blow. I don't need his account. I don't need y'all's accounts.
What color? That's what matters most.
I make money. It was yellow and orange because he's not feeling well, and I was being a good cousin. I was just trying to be nice, and I heard it. I don't know if this is a myth or what. I heard that yellow is the best Gatorade to drink when you're sick. I don't know if it's true. Okay, maybe it's a myth. Don't shake your head at me like you know, because I know you don't even know. Nobody in Philly has a brain. You're a bunch of idiots up there, so it doesn't even matter what you say to begin with.
Yellow is the worst Gatorade color of all Gatorade. You know what's the best Gatorade color before we finish?
I believe it. You know what's crazy? I believe it was the first I believe it was the first Gatorade color. So how dare you disrespect it like that? I think yellow was the first one.
Yeah, and it's been improving ever since. You know what's the best color?
No.
Well, give me some real quick. Just what's your favorite? Give me
Blue,
like 2.
orange, purple, like the rain. If you know what I'm talking about. There's like the white frost. The purple's that rain one, whatever it is. That purple one is light purple or whatever it is.
You mentioned the best one. The one I think is called Glacier is like white.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best one, Trey. That's the best one. That and red.
I'm not even gonna support that, bro. That's racist.
That and red. Oh, that like okay. That's pretty decent. I like that one, Trey. That's your first funny joke today. It took you an hour, 12 minutes.
Racist. What you just said. You like the white frost? Why? Why? Because it tastes the most pure? You're disgusting. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Are you trying to get me canceled?
Purnell says, Mendes' fighting style is put your head down, swing for the fences, and hope his punches land. He started as a wrestler. Everyone should know Chris Benoit if they follow pro wrestling. Yeah, it's kind of a... Can't believe you brought that up. Trey's such a jerk, right? Perry is built for bare knuckle.
He was a real one.
Perry's tough, Drew. Perry's tough. Cool Blue is
fire, he is
beta.
Built for
yes.
bare knuckle.
Cool Blue is they are supposed to make a couple announcements this week. No, if that's the case, that'll be great. If they can figure that out, that'll be quite phenomenal. We've been live for an hour and 12 minutes, Trey. I had a lot of fun today. I'm
glad I could drop some knowledge on y'all, and I'm catching these nuggets for y'all. I'm doing the investigation. I'm doing the research. I'm catching it out behind the scenes. This is what I do. You're looking at the source. Trey the Source Melton. You're talking to him. Nobody else is bringing you this information.
The guy that
says
that Derek Lewis took a dive. The guy that's saying that Bobby Green is preparing to lose, and that's why he's making all these excuses.
We got dudes out here looking up Instagram captions and stuff and reporting on that. I'm giving you real information. I'm doing the digging. I'm the source. Dudes over here showing Instagram pictures from a reporter who's not even respected anymore. Ariel, you dummy. Are you dumb?
Yeah, let's finish with that, Trey. Any last thoughts?
Are you dumb?
You're really pissed off. They don't call me Hispanic Hawani for nothing. But anyways,
how dare you disrespect all them people out there and everything that's happening to them?
That's his country
and all the
too.
things and the money that's being taken away from them, and they can't feed their family and everything now, and you're supporting that.
Do you think his own people are mad at him? The Canadians?
Probably. They're probably listening like, yeah, what is this guy talking about, eh? This guy's an absolute idiot, eh?
And he changed his citizenship to out here, right, too, which is an interesting part. But then
how weird is that? How weird is that?
It is a little strange, right? Trey, you were 1-4 on UFC 271. That's actually horrible, but it's true.
4-1. You didn't even bet no money. What are you talking about? You don't even make money. You little twerp.
John Morgan,
you were 4-1. Prove it. You can't even prove that. Anybody can say that after the fight. You don't know what I was.
No,
you don't know what I was.
He called in and picked the fights. He had Tuivasa winning. I remember that.
Oh, he didn't. Shut up. No, he didn't.
And did he have Adesanya as well too? I'm pretty sure.
I got a freaking idiot.
I'm pretty sure. All right. Any last and final thoughts, Trey? What I would say, I'll let Trey close it up. Trey's Instagram and Twitter is in the chat. Thank you guys for being here.
Most incredible man y'all have ever seen. I'm so happy y'all got to see me again this week. I'm happy every time y'all get to see me. I love doing this. Ariel's a freaking idiot. Bryce Mitchell just became the best fighter in the UFC. The dude's got knowledge. Please go watch that. Miller, you're short. You're corny. You got no jokes. I'm so happy that you have me on this podcast. I'm the best one to ever do this. And I'm happy that Trey, the Source, Melton, brought you some more nuggets again and showed y'all what it was, doing the research behind the scenes. I am the one that gets it done. You are looking at the Source, Trump 2024. Let's go, Brent.
And there you have it, guys. Trey doing his closing exit as he famously always does. Guys, thank you for being here. This is episode 5. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll quickly read a few messages and get out of here. I thought the Teamsters wanted the protest to end. I would have to look into that. I honestly don't know. Oh, you did bring up an article in here. Thank you for doing so. Are you sure? Yes. Let me go to site and see what this does. Conor McGregor's coach doesn't think bulked up McGregor will fight at lightweight again. Once again, if you're hearing me out there, Trey, thank you. I'm glad that you can kind of leech off of Drew's subscriptions because you wouldn't know what's going on in the world if it wasn't for Drew. But he says former 2-division UFC champion Conor McGregor held titles in the fight. Right. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Okay, so I guess the main paragraph is right here. You might have seen some extreme pictures of Conor from years ago when he was fighting in the lower weight classes. They were very extreme, and they were all done under the eyes of a medical professional. Even he himself wouldn't ever go back to those weight classes. Ah, interesting. It's not healthy. Yeah, I always thought he was somewhat of a weight bully. He was too big, his frame too big to be in that weight class. That's just me. So that's interesting that you brought that up. Thank you for sending the article, Beta. I only got the blood fight wrong. Oh, you were hot too. I remember you and 999 were hot. Nostradamus. Did you watch Ariel Helwani, the whole Bryce Mitchell interview? Well, his Jewish community will be pissed at Ariel. Interesting. I wonder if he takes any heat for his stances today. Take care, Marvelous Miller says Cole. Ariel does not want to owe back tax. That's why he changed. Is that why, Danny? I haven't heard about this. Risky, welcome to the stream, my guy. We got to talk about this more. Danny, Whale, Cole. All you loyal people out there that always come through every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Thank you for being here. I'm mad that this light that's blinking on the piano has been blinking this whole time because I could have stopped that. I'm sure there was somebody out there that annoyed. And to you, I want to say, I'm not sorry. We don't apologize to anyone. Guys, love you guys. Much love. God bless. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. I'll keep trying to come out with shorts. They're getting good numbers. Go check them out if you haven't already. This Saturday, we'll be covering the UFC. Islam versus Bobby Green, that event. And then after that, I believe is the Masvidal versus Colby fight. Bryce Mitchell fights on that card as well. Can't wait for that one. Josh Taylor fights this weekend too. I'll try to cover that. That's it for me. Much love, everyone. No, 155 for McGregor. What does that leave for him? I have no idea. If he goes up, to 170? Imagine. 165 will probably be a sweet. Maybe he goes to Eagle FC for Khabib. No, I doubt that. But we'll talk about it, guys. Thank you, Beta, for always showing love. The DC Fight Club member. Will Ryder, the DC Fight Club member. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys soon. God bless. See you in the next episode and see you this Saturday. Peace.
I'm the best ever. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
Yo, bounce guy, go off.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
I didn't see the slow episode. I gotta check it out. I saw
he wasn't the storm here in the third round.
Beta. Much love, everybody.